All right, y'all. So welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a little cooking video. This long footage in the beginning is pretty much me just showing y'all the red bell pepper that I use. I just thought it was so beautiful. Like it just was gorgeous. Like the skin tone looked good. There was no marks or imperfections. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm just bugging out, but I just thought it was very aesthetically pleasing. So as you guys know, when you're doing a pepper, you want to remove the white, like filmy substance in the inside. So I just used a spoon to cut mine. I mean, not to cut it, but to scoop it out. I just felt like that's the easier way. You can use whatever you like, but I would definitely recommend a spoon. It's probably the easiest way. So I'm just using, I don't even know what kind of knife this is, y'all. This is not even my favorite knife to chop with, but I just picked the knife out the knife set just to go ahead and get things started. But I'm just dicing up my sweet red pepper really, really fine, really small cubes, just because I am making a spaghetti dish. So I don't want them to be super big, huge chunks, because obviously that's going to be just really awkward to eat with spaghetti. So yeah, I'm dicing up really small. I kind of want it to be almost the equivalent of the like ground beef, but I guess you can say not beef for this situation. You know what I mean. But for the meat, pretty much you want it like a nice suitable size compared to the meat. So I'm just going through thoroughly and making sure everything is chopped and just squaring it up and moving it to the side nice and neat. And next I'm going to work on my onion. For this dish I chose to use a sweet onion as well as the red pepper, which, if you guys didn't know, is the sweetest pepper of all the peppers. I used the sweet onion because I really wanted a really sweet flavor to go on my spaghetti. I'm like one of those people, y'all, that like sweet sugary spaghetti. So I don't know, I felt the need to try to incorporate vegetables or some type of seasoning or spices that I could use to make my spaghetti just as sweet without actually putting on the extra calories from the sugar. So try to find like a natural sugar substitute pretty much. And I came up with a combination of sweet onions, sweet red bell peppers, and mushrooms, which aren't exactly sweet, but I just thought it would be a nice way to incorporate some extra vitamins and minerals inside my dish. So next up, as you guys can see, is sliced white onion. I just got this from my local grocery store. It was already pre-sliced and everything, y'all, so I don't want y'all to think I left anything out. Like, when did you slice up the mushrooms? I didn't. I bought them pre-sliced because, just the easier I can make it on myself, I'm going to do that, y'all. I love cooking, but I'm not one of those cooks that like to cook every single last thing from scratch. So, like y'all are going to see in a few minutes, the sauce is also going to be store-bought. But we spice it up. We make it our own, so that don't matter. So y'all see me just cutting up this white mushroom, making sure that, the slices are nice and small and equivalent to both the onion and the pepper. Like I said, I kind of want like small cubes of everything. And I just lined everything up all neatly and labeled it, y'all. I mainly did this for like my Instagram and my Facebook. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram and Facebook, feel free to do so. My Instagram and my Facebook is the same as all my social media and my YouTube. It's Glam Guru Gina. So yeah. Now I'm just dumping all of that in with a little bit of olive oil. I don't even measure anything. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, but I'm gonna try to give y'all estimates of how much it was. I kind of eyeballed it, and y'all can eyeball it because y'all are looking at it. It was probably about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, or light tasting olive oil. It's olive oil, y'all. So this is also minced garlic, what I just put in olive oil. So a little extra olive oil in there. So either way, the olive oil got there somehow. And this is the meat that I'm actually going to be using. Well, meat substitute, I guess you could say. So usually when you're making like a dish like spaghetti, I would cook my meat first, and then I would add in my veggies and my spices as the meat comes to, being finished. But being as though this is a veggie substitute and it does not take as long to cook, and it doesn't have like certain temperature regulations as strict as, raw meat would, where there would be bacteria and exposure to, what is the name? Salmonella. We don't have that risk here because this is all plant protein. So I went ahead and just pretty much cooked everything all together. You might as well say it's already pre-cooked because, like I said, it's plant protein. So you're essentially just warming it up and defrosting it. Like you can see this really big chunk of meat that I had to like pulverize just to break up. But it eventually broke up as it kind of like started to steam a little bit more and just warm up and loosen up again. That kind of happens to me a lot with my vegetables and stuff. You guys are probably going to see that. But just because I guess I take too long in a grocery store, I'm not sure. But for some reason, my frozen's always end up melting a little bit and then refreezing in the freezer. So I have this problem like really often. This is nothing new for me at all. But yeah, so I'm just going through making sure everything's kind of just thoroughly stirred and stuff like that, rotated and heated and stuff through. And now I'm adding some of my Larry's garlic salt. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Larry's seasoning salt, but it's bomb. So this is my first time really trying their garlic salt, and yeah, I like it. It has parsley in it. It's got a nice rich flavor. I like using it for like my Italian style dishes or my dishes with pasta, or honestly, any dish really. I don't even know why I'm sitting here acting like it's something special. I use this pretty much on everything. So yeah, I put some of that in there, some Italian seasoning, some onion powder, and some garlic powder, and probably some pepper. It's crazy because y'all, I kind of got distracted and won't even looking at the video anymore, but I just remember off top because those are like my go-to spices right there. So I also have like this really small can of tomato paste. I think it's like the smallest can you can get. I'm going to say, guess, and say it's about 4 ounces of tomato paste, or 6 ounces rather. And I just added that in. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I usually just do a regular spaghetti sauce and just pour it into the pot, warm it up with the meat. But the reason that I went in and did a separate tomato paste and then the separate diced tomatoes, as you guys see me putting in now, and then the sauce, is because I already knew what kind of consistency that I would have to work with when I was working with the, meat substitute, the veggie ground beef. I don't want to call it ground beef because it's not actually beef, but y'all know what I mean. And as you guys can see, when I put the tomato paste in there, it kind of clumped everything together and gave it that like togetherness that like regular meat would have. Because I noticed with the meat substitute, that it was breaking up a lot. But yeah, that paste kind of gave it like that kind of clump and cling that I kind of wanted it to have. So now I just added in my sauce. And everything I'm pretty much using is great value. Y'all already know how I feel about Walmart, so I'm not even gonna sit here and go in like that. Y'all get the vibes. I really love Walmart, y'all. I pretty much just shop at Walmart for everything. And I'm laughing because like I'm like diehard Walmart fan. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what my meat looked like. I just put it down on a simmer so it can kind of like cook through and all the sauces and stuff can just like start to soak up in the meat. But yeah, I use the basil and garlic pasta sauce from Great Value. It's like $1, like 82 cents actually. So very inexpensive. I love the taste. Saves me spices not to have to season my sauce. So yeah, I cut up some zucchini, y'all. I fried it, as you guys can see. That's my pasta. It's angel hair pasta. That is my spaghetti right there. And I just add a little bit of Parmesan on top and made like a breadstick. Side note, my breadstick wasn't that good, but the zucchini fried this way, I used a little bit of vegan butter, as you guys see, was actually bomb. I definitely recommend, because I usually steam mine, y'all, but that was bomb. And yeah, I just add a little bit of, actually this Italian style cheese. It's a provolone, mozzarella, and I can't remember. But here is my initial review of my food. So we're going to do a quick review on the taste. Let's taste it. Let's see. It's good. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. I don't even think I really need sugar. No. This is bomb. And I fried my zucchini this time, y'all. Bomb. I can't say I cooked that one a little bit too long, but if I would took them out maybe like a second or two earlier, I mean, they're still bomb, but you know what I mean? I can taste like a little bit more burntness in that one. This one isn't as, I dropped it. But this one isn't as burnt. Period. Y'all, I'm sure that my vegan spaghetti is this good. Like, I just needed to give y'all my pure reaction. So I needed to record it when I took my first bite. I like it a lot. And I really feel like the peppers, the onions, the mushrooms, it really took it up a notch. It's so flavorful. Like, I can't even explain how flavorful it is. It's bomb, y'all.